please don't put your dirty laundry online and
Yeah.
start husband and wives, boyfriend and girl, even your gripes, and it shouldn't be online in the first place, but don't do that.
Yeah.
And express your loneliness. I'm alone at home.
Yes.
I'm leaving a place now, and you clock in and you show, but don't do that. Rather post an event days later. That's why it's so important for parents to be so engaged in their children's lives.
Yeah.
And to know what is happening, and when a child says it's not your business, it is your business.
Yeah.
You cannot blame poverty for doing something wrong, for a criminal act, and say poverty. So even in your parents are selling their children.
That's it.
So doing it, taking in one is just a few thousand or whatever is being promised, taking one for the family to survive.
It's all about movement.
So please can we not patronize them?
Now, with the topic on the table today, human trafficking. I mean, we went to the TIP conference that was organized by Social Development, and for me, that was an eye opener then to say, whoa, this is bigger than we thought. You know,
Yes.
We always have cases, especially in townships, that you'll get messages that there's such and such a car, and be weary of. But we never really thought of, or I personally never really thought of it as something that deep and that needed such urgency in getting into it. But from your organization, what does ACT do as far as human trafficking is concerned?
So we do a lot of awareness and education around that topic, which includes gender-based. It's a complex form of gender-based violence. Always remember that.
Okay, yeah.
And those threats are real. You know what I mean? So that is why people need to be so very careful what they put out there online. I always say, please don't put your dirty laundry online and start husband and wives, boyfriend and girl, or even your gripes, and it shouldn't be online in the first place, but don't do that.
Yeah.
And express your loneliness. I'm alone at home.
Yes.
I'm leaving a place now, and you clock in and you show.
Yeah.
Besides that, criminals coming in and breaking into your place. But don't do that. Rather post an event days later of where, and even then curtail.
Yeah.
Where you act or whether you're at home and that kind of thing. Don't give off information like that.
I somehow agree, and I think that the generation that we are living with now, the current generation, it's such an online generation. They don't have secrets. It's like the secret locker. It's online. They have to tell stuff.
A lot of even online bullying. A
Yes.
lot of that is taking place. I mean, kids are even involved. They're using kids as recruiters. So remember, traffickers will use victims to recruit as well.
Oh, okay.
So they'll dangle whatever it is, eye threats or carrot in front of you, money and things like that. I mean, kids as young as 10 years old are recruiting other kids, passing a number on.
Who?
That number gets passed on to somebody. We had a little girl. Parents were very sharp, and they the mom picked up on it, who's this child talking to, and turned out this child speaking to somebody in a totally different province. And when they asked the child, where, he says, no, my friend gave the number, it's our cousin. Friend said it's a cousin. It was an adult.
On the other side.
Within a matter of days of starting to speak to that child, the person asked that child, act as though you are my girlfriend.
Yeah.
You don't know a person like that. Fortunately, though, that's why it's so important for parents to be so engaged in their children's lives.
Yeah.
And to know what is happening. And when a child says it's not your business, it is your business.
Yeah.
Everything about your child is your business.
Should be your business.
Except for abuse, their privates, those kind of things. That's, you got no business doing those kind of things. But their phones, their schools, friends, what's in their bags, under their beds, in their wardrobes, who they're meeting, what conversations they're having online, what sites they're visiting is your business. And don't look at the site on the first glance and say, oh, it looks fine. It's an educational site. Check, recheck. 3 years ago was, I think, Kenya, Ethiopia.
Yeah.
During COVID.
Yes.
Predators were using an educational site. And it looked all fine. So in the beginning, the kids are learning. In the meanwhile, it was a site to get to the children eventually, a grooming site.
Yeah.
For traffickers.
So they could check the children's profiles as they log in and come to learn.
Anything that they can use, they will use. So unfortunately, it's the day and age where you need to triple, continuously be checking, especially when it comes to your children.
Okay. What I take from this and what I like is that everything about your child is your business.
Everything.
Their cell phones, their usage, their logins, their sites, and it's your business.
Don't leave your parenting to the cell phones, to the laptop, that you the parent. God has blessed you to be a parent, so fulfill that God-given role. And unfortunately, I spoke about it at the conference of DSD. We've abdicated our parental responsibilities. And that is a huge problem which has fueled a lot of the social ills that we sit with today. Aside from poverty and those kind of desperations, which are drivers.
Yeah.
But you cannot, it's a driver, but you, wrong from right, you cannot blame poverty for doing something wrong, for a criminal act and say poverty. Yes, we understand, somebody does drive people there, we understand that, but there's no excuse for abuse and say it's because of poverty, it's because of that. There's no excuse for it. So even in your parents are selling their children.
That's it.
Yeah, online, and they're saying taking the children, it's online. It doesn't matter, it's just online. So it's not like that, but the damage is done.
Yeah.
The damage is done. So doing it, taking in one, it's just a few thousand or whatever is being promised, taking one for the family to survive, using that kind of rationale with the children. And the children are obviously, and that's what's happening as well. So that is why I say a lot of it. Good old-fashioned parenting needs to come back into place. Be a parent, communicate with the child. Your child needs to know these are the boundaries. And we know children push boundaries.
Yeah.
These are the boundaries, and have a warmth, loving, communicative environment, a safe space. The home needs to be a safe space.
Yeah.
So that child knows I can come out. Yes, the children will still encounter these things online or even not online, but be able to come home and say, Mom, Dad, this is what has happened. Or Mom, Dad, I've made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Because we know what gangs are like. Help me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've now made a mistake. And for the parent then to reach out and say, okay, this is the next step.
Power of people together.